Hello fans and friends, welcome to another video. My name's Keir Smith. Today's video is part of a thread of videos started off by Mike over on his channel MGK Boston. And Mike came up with the idea for this thread and called it Love is in the Air, 12 plus 1 equals 13, like a baker's dozen. 13 releases with the word love. And it's the month of February, Valentine's Day is coming, so maybe love is in the air. So I thought I'd join this thread and make this video. And all you have to do is choose 13 releases. It can be a band name with the word love in the name, or an album with the word love in the title, or simply a song with the word love in the title. And I got a little bit creative here and chose different physical formats from different eras. And I've got 6 albums, 6 songs, and 1 band, all featuring the word love to share with you now. So I'll start with the band, and the band is simply called Love, and this is their album Forever Changes from 1967. A cult classic, not a bestseller, but a fine album it is. Alone Again or A House Is Not a Motel, You Set the Scene, and a track called Maybe the People Would Be the Times, or Between Clark and Hilldale. All great songs. I love this album, and band leader Arthur Lee went a little bit crazy after this and went around sacking everyone. Up next is an album with the word love in the title, and this is Layla and Other Assorted Love Songs by Derek and the Dominoes from 1970. Duane Allman, Eric Clapton, Bobby Whitlock and co. And this is a classic album with superb performances throughout. Bell Bottom Blues, Why Does Love Got to Be So Sad, Nobody Knows You When You're Down and Out, and of course the epic Layla. Up next is this oddball, Love You by the Beach Boys from 1977. And this is a charming, unpretentious album. Good fun and good songs. Honking Down the Highway, Mona, Let Us Go On This Way, Johnny Carson, and many others. Good stuff. I'll show you some vinyl for this one. This is Love Beach by Emerson, Lake and Palmer from 1978, with an album cover that is hard to love. It's not an album that's held in high regard by Emerson, Lake and Palmer fans, but it's certainly not as bad as some people like to make out. But I can enjoy it. All I Want Is You, the title track, and the side-long piece on side 2, Memoirs of an Officer and a Gentleman, is really good. Up next is a tape cassette copy of Bruce Springsteen's fabulous solo album from 1987, Tunnel of Love. And this is a really strong offering from Bruce. I love this album a lot. The title track's great. I love Tougher Than the Rest, Walk Like a Man, All That Heaven Will Allow, Two Faces, Brilliant Disguise. This is jam-packed with great songs. Up next is this album by Bob Dylan, Love and Theft from 2001. I really like this album. It's got a very relaxed and laid-back feel to it. The track Mississippi is fantastic. I really like Po' Boy and Floater too, among others. And lastly for the albums, because not everyone's in love, this is Love Is Hell by Ryan Adams from 2004. This is an amazing album. I still remember listening to it all the way through for the first time, laying on the couch in the back room at my parents' house. And I was listening to it closely on my headphones, and when it got to the end of the album, I got up and I said, that's the best thing I've heard since OK Computer, which came out some 7 years prior to this. Ryan Adams is a fantastic songwriter, and he showcases his many talents across this album with songs like This House Is Not For Sale, Avalanche, The Shadowlands, Thank You Louise, Hotel Chelsea Nights. There's 16 songs and there's not a bad one here. On to the songs now, but sticking with that rather downbeat mood, I'm going with When Love Breaks Down by the fabulous Prefab Sprout from 1985. A great song taken from their excellent album, Steve McQueen. When love breaks down, the lies we tell that only serve to fool ourselves. What a great lyric. Up next is And I Love Her by the Beatles, taken from their wonderful A Hard Day's Night album from 1964. This is one of the Beatles' most tender and beautiful ballads. And while we're on the subject of this song, I'd like to dedicate this to my long-suffering girlfriend Charlotte. I love you, darling. I actually saw the thread for this video by watching the Matthew Street channel, and he chose 4 songs with the word love in the title from the post-Beatles career of John, Paul, George and Ringo. And I thought to myself, that's a good idea. I'm going to copy that. And I'll start with John, and my selection is Oh My Love, taken from this, his wonderful Imagine album from 1971. This fragile beauty is so good. So good, in fact, it's in my top 5 solo John Lennon songs. Up next is Ringo and Simple Love Song, taken from his Ringo the Fourth album from 1977. And it is a simple love song. It puts a smile on my face, slick guitars, bright backing vocals, Ringo's in good voice. I like it. Up next is George, and I'm going with Wake Up My Love from his Gon Troppo album from 1982. That bright keyboard intro certainly wakes you up. Excellent slide guitar playing from George as always. I really enjoy this. I think it's an excellent pop song. And lastly, on tape cassette, it's Paul with Through Our Love from his Pipes of Peace album from 1983. This is the last song on the album, a big George Martin production and a lovely McCartney ballad. And that's it, 13 releases with the word love. Thanks to Mike at MGK Boston for this excellent idea. It's been fun. Please check out his channel, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And I'll see you all over the next couple of days when I put up my next video, which is my top 10 favourite debut albums. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, I hope everyone's well, and I'll leave you with this. Say the word, love. Love is all you need. Love is all. Love is you. See you next time.